All right, this is pre-calc lesson 5.3. Going to go through some sum and difference identities. So here we go. If you look at your formula sheet for chapter 5, we're going to focus on the cosinus sum or difference and the sinus sum or difference, and then we'll talk a little bit about tangent sum or difference. Notice on cosine, you got the sign change. A cosine of u plus or minus v equals the cosine u cosine v minus plus. That's what those minus plus, those big black ones right there represent. So you got to flip it. If you're going to add on the left, you got to subtract on the right and vice versa. Sign is the same. If you look there, I mean, it's plus minus plus minus. So what you want to do is write these in terms of 30, 45, and 60, and then you can use your unit circle, and we leave them as fractions. Let's just go through some examples here. I'll show you what the heck I'm talking about here. All right, so on the assignment, here we go. Let's do number 1 there. It says the sine of 15. Well, I want to use 60, 45, and 30 to add or subtract to 15. It doesn't matter how you set it up. You're going to get the same thing either way. So I'm just going to try this way. I'm going to go sine of 60 minus 45. Okay? So that's my u is 60 and my v is 45. Okay? And you go back to your identities. So we're going to go sine minus. So we're going to use over here sine minus. So we're going to be minus minus. So we take sine u cosine v. So we're going to go sine 60 times cosine 45 minus cosine u sine v. So cosine 60 sine 45. Okay? Then we go to our unit circle. Sine of 60. Well, sine of 60 would be the y value at 60, so root 3 over 2. Times the cosine of 45, well, that would be root 2 over 2. Minus cosine of 60. If you're not sure, you can look at your unit circle. Cosine 60 would be the x value at 60, which would be 1/2. Sine of 45 would be root 2 over 2. Okay, so root 3 times root 2 is root 6. 2 times 2 is 4. Minus 1 times root 2 is root 2. Over 2 times 2 is 4. And that's all you got to do. So it's kind of the process of writing this out and giving them a whirl. All right. Let's try another one. Let's try number 4. I will leave you guys number 3 to do. I want to do 4 because that's a cosine one. Let's try 4. So here we go. Cosine of 75. All right, so how can I use 60, 45, and 30 to add up to 75? Well, that's going to be the cosine of 30 plus 45. Okay, equals. So I look at my formula sheet. That is going to be the cosine one. So remember, we've got to flip our signs. So we added. So on this side, we're adding. So over here, we're going to want to subtract. So we're going to go cosine u cosine v. So that's u and v. So we'll go cosine 30 cosine 45. And that would be minus. I believe then it is sine u sine v. So sine 30 sine 45. And you're going to notice that you're going to get a lot of the same types of numbers when you do these types of problems. So the cosine of 30, we go back to our unit circle. Cosine of 30, the x value at 30 would be root 3 over 2. Cosine of 45 is root 2 over 2 minus the sine of 30 is 1/2, and the sine of 45 is root 2 over 2. If it's inside, I can multiply, so root 6 over 4 minus root 2 over 4. So the answer to number 4 would be root 6 over 4 minus root 2 over 4. And that's how you can leave your answers. Okay, number 12. So now we're going to work backwards. And so you got to kind of look here and see what this is asking you to do. So we got to match this up. So we can see on number 12 there, 94 and 18 are our U and our V. So it's cosine, cosine, sine, sine. So that looks like cosine, cosine, sine, sine. I believe that is right here. That's the cosine one, right? So we're going to take, and what were we on there? We were plus, so we're going to be minus. So we're going to go cosine 94 minus 18. 94 minus 18 is 76. So that would simplify down to the cosine of 76. All right. So just kind of working backwards from what we were doing before, and you can leave them like that. Next one is tangent 19 and 47. So it looks like that. So let's go down to our tangent ones, which are right here. So if it's plus on the top, we're going to add them together. If it's minus on the top, we would subtract them. That was plus on the top, so we just add them together. 19 plus 47 is 66. So that would just simplify down to the tangent of 66. Okay. Number 18, same dealio. Cosine, cosine, minus sine, sine. So we're going to go look at our stuff here. Cosine, cosine, minus sine, sine. That's this one again, except it was minus. So that means we want to add those together since we do the opposite with the cosine one. So all we would do is take the cosine of x plus pi over 7. And you would leave that just like that. Okay, so hopefully you've watched this. I want you guys to go back and do number 3. And then tomorrow we'll come together at our Google Meet and we will finish up the rest of the assignment. All right, have a good day. Email me with any questions. See you next time.